Joining us now to review some of the headlines of today's newspapers from around the world is Arise News analyst Emmanuel Ifeni. Great Malabite, good morning.
Good morning, Ruben.
How was church over the weekend? I hope the tithes came in. Right?
You know we are bereaved. I thought you should be more concerned that I lost my leader in the church.
Oh,
yes.
Our commiseration.
Instead of thinking about tithe.
Well, our condolences.
Yes, thank you very much. Now, Ruben, why are you struggling to join the poor? Each time they say we the poor, they leave we the poor. After all that was done for you at Unicar, how can you still be among the poor? And I've told people that, well, Ruben is a bourgeois with a heart for the poor and the proletariat.
No, I mean, this matter with Tundu. You know that Tundu, on Friday, right, said she's a grassroots person.
I am.
So we are together in this matter. We are with the defenseless, powerless people of Nigeria.
But you are not one of the poor. Thank you.
Okay. Amen. I say amen.
Mr. Finn, it's safe to say I'm part of them, right?
Well.
Let's start the review with this day, Nigeria's newspaper of record. The lead story: governors, speakers disagree on fixed monthly payment to state legislators. Judicial, legislative workers strike continues. Federal government holds talks with striking workers today. Parliamentary workers give conditions to return to work. Yes, the governors are holding tight to their position. And according to the report, the governors and speakers of the houses of assembly in the 36 states of the Federation have disagreed over modality for the disbursement of the funds to the legislature under the Financial Autonomy Regime bill to start in May. Now, this they gathered that the governors are offering an irreducible minimum of 100 million naira monthly to each of the legislatures in the states to fund their operations, while the speakers are insisting on 250 million naira monthly. Yes, the governors also rejected the demand of the Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria and the Parliamentary Staff Association of Nigeria that gross allocation should be remitted to the two arms of government directly. Well, the position of the governors, the hardline position, which, according to this day, might delay the early resolution of the ongoing strike we are witnessing in the country. Well, while the governors have agreed that the National Judicial Council will handle the funds for the states, they are insisting that, excuse me just a minute. Sorry. Yes, they are insisting that they deduct loans and legacy debt from their allocations. So, no meeting point yet between the governors and the speakers. So until they're able to find a common ground, this strike perhaps will continue to linger. But let's look at other stories. The Guardian newspaper, Nigeria's The Guardian newspaper. Deadly Sunday as gunmen run amok in Kaduna, Rivers, Borno. How gunmen killed 8 security operatives in Rivers checkpoint. Khan, El-Rufai react to bandits' attack on Kaduna church. Boko Haram invades army base in Borno. Gunmen abduct 35 overrun communities in Niger. Policemen operate on Mufti over harvest of attacks in Imo. Southeast governors, leaders seek restructuring to solve security challenges. While the Daily Sun newspaper, killing spree continues. Gunmen murder 8 security men in Rivers, attack church, kill medical doctor, abduct scores in Kaduna. Now, the Daily Trust newspaper, thousands flee homes as Boko Haram holds Gaidam. Family of 11 die in crossfire. Insurgents slaughter teacher, one other. Buni in Abuja meets Chief of Defense Staff. Military base raised in Minok. Now, according to the report, the fighters of the Islamic State of West Africa province have besieged Gandam town in Yobe on Friday, and they have remained in the town consolidating control while thousands of residents flee to nearby Yunusari local government area and Damaturu, the state capital. Now, with the Nigerian military launching more attacks, the Islamic State of West Africa province, as well as the Boko Haram, they also seem to be bringing in more firepower into the battle. And Gandam, as we speak, according to this report, is still under the control of these terrorists who occupy parts of the northeast. Now, the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, still the same story. Gunmen run riot in Kaduna, Rivers, and Oyo State. The Vanguard newspaper, the same lead story. Insecurity, Southeast governors Ohaneze align with Southwest. But above the masthead of the Vanguard newspaper, this story, Boko Haram, federal government must try arrested BDC operators openly. Senator Ndume, yes, because the number of Bureau de Change operators who have been arrested has been financiers of Boko Haram and other terrorists. But the plan to try them secretly is what the senator is kicking against. Why will you try these known sponsors of Boko Haram secretly? The federal government once said, if we tell you those behind this terrorism, Nigerians will be shocked. So why are you trying to try these people in secret? Openness and bringing them before the law in an open court, I think will do everybody some good, so that we know those who are indeed behind these the sponsors of terrorism in Nigeria. Now, if we look at the Daily Trust newspaper economic story now, Nigeria loses 23.5 billion naira yearly to offshore aircraft maintenance. Federal government facility yet to take off 6 years after promise. That's the Daily Independent newspaper. Now, the News Direct newspaper, Nigerian News Direct, 1.23 trillion bad loans bane of Nigerian economy analysts as oil and gas, construction, information communication, general commerce contribute to 754.1 billion naira bad loans in the economy. Now, if we quickly look at the Abuja Inquirer, donors failed to redeem pledges 1 year after. Yes, about 88%, according to the newspaper, the city newspaper of in Abuja, the municipal newspaper, about 88% of people of pledges made to the FCT administration in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic in 2020 are yet to be redeemed, as only 12% of such pledges have been redeemed, according to the Abuja Inquirer. Now, the foreign newspapers quickly, the Daily Mail newspaper of UK, war in Downing Street. Boris, let the bodies pile high in their thousands. Yes, the Prime Minister's incidentary remark during the fight over lockdown is the latest claim in the Downing Street number 10 drama. Now, Boris Johnson is said to have made this comment when he reluctantly imposed the second lockdown. Of course, the leaks and counter leaks coming out of Downing Street, and of course, fingers pointing at once chummy of Boris Johnson, close aide Dominic Cumming. But again, that is the battle the Prime Minister seems to be facing. But the Daily Express newspaper is urging, for Britain's sake, get on with the job. Boris Johnson has been asked to rise above the attacks by his former aide, Dominic Cumming, and focus on continuing to deliver for the nation. While, of course, we just look at quickly the Wall Street Journal, U.S. set to lead economic rebound in the West. Vaccinated consumers with savings amassed in the pandemic are seen as driving growth in the U.S. after the worst years of the global economy since the Great Depression. Of course, U.S. leading the growth and with vigorous rebound in the West as vaccinated populace against the COVID-19 propels growth, a return to normalcy in the West. Of course, this revival will happen in stages, US followed perhaps by the UK and much later by EU countries as the populations of these countries are vaccinated. A rebound. Ruben, Rufai, and Tundu.
Well, if any, with regard to the situation in the country, I would like to draw attention to pages 6 to 7 of Daily Trust newspaper today, which will seem to say everything about the creeping anarchy, anomy, if you like, in Nigeria. One story on page 6 says, 9 wedding guests killed in Edo auto crash. Another story says, bandits kill medical doctor, kidnap 4 worshippers in Kaduna Church. Now, another story from Victor Edozie in Port Harcourt says, IPOP, gunmen kill 2 soldiers, 3 policemen in Rivers. Now, another one, story from Owerri, residents flee homes after attack on Uzodima's house. Another story on page 6, 35 kidnapped in Niger. You go to page 7. Again, bandits kill 6 in Kaduna. Another story, police probe killing in Nasarawa. Another one says, Nigeria facing asymmetric emerging security threats, defense minister. Another one says, officer who sneak drugs, phones into Kano prison, arrested. Another one says on page 7, Kano destroys 402 tons of fake, substandard, expired products. Now, if you go from newspaper to newspaper, that is what you get.
The prevalence of insecurity in the land.
This is what people read about Nigeria. So are we then surprised that countries are issuing travel advisory against Nigeria? Are we then surprised that businesses are going to Ghana? They are choosing Ghana over Nigeria. This is what we need to worry about. But I'm told that we don't have much time, so let me just leave it at that. Hopefully there will be time to address some of these issues.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Feni.